guys, another episode for Best Angel Stories 2014. Last time we read The Moving Train, and today we are reading The Widowmaker by Tim Shirk. As the big yellow bus wound its way up the mountain road to the camp where I would be volunteering as counselor for a group of 8th graders, I was just glad to have a week off from my senior studies at Colorado Springs High School. Ropes courses, sports competitions, and nature hikes didn't sound too bad either. The sun was burning off the morning dew when another counselor, Courtney, and I lined up our 10 boys and 10 girls for a 2-hour trek through the woods near Florissant, Colorado. Having a flair for the theatrical and to keep order of the ranks, we staged our hike along a reconnaissance theme. I gave the forward march, and we were off, halting, crouching, checking for tripwires, and sending smaller units ahead to confirm clear passage. As we cut along a small hill on trails that crisscrossed old growth forest, the campers trooped side by side in a left right cadence. I was leading the pack. Maybe it was the methodical tromp of her feet, or the semi-serious mood, maybe of being on red alert. But suddenly I had the sensation that someone was coming up on us from a hidden vantage point. I tensed and looked around. I saw nothing until I looked up. Falling silently straight toward me was a tall evergreen tree stripped of its branches. It seemed to move in slow motion, yet it was nearly on top of me before I could react. I pushed the kids nearest me out of the way, while instinctively bending forward and locking my hands over my head. The middle of the log landed right across my back. I felt the weight and density of the collision. A surge of adrenaline shot through me. I leapt up, shouting to the others, "Run!" The log swiveled across my back and rolled 20 feet down the hill. I bolted up the trail. We all gathered around about 15 yards ahead, a visibly shaken Courtney, who'd been at the rear of the line, maybe 30 feet from the incident, stared at me in bewilderment. "What just happened? Are you okay?" "That tree landed right on you." "I was absolutely fine." I pulled up my shirt, not a scratch. We crept down to the fallen tree and sawed it up. It was as tall and dense as it had seemed, as difficult to move as I imagined a telephone pole would be. Subdued, we wrapped up the hike early. At lunch, Courtney told the camp director what had taken place. A worried look came over him. "You were really lucky," he said to me. "We call those widowmakers. They follow silently and crush whatever's in their path. Seems like we lose someone in the state every year." I didn't think luck had anything to do with it. Had an angel slipped between my back and the falling log to absorb the blow? Or had God given me the strength of an angel to momentarily withstand what my body could not? I walked off alone to think about it. A widowmaker could have done me in before I'd even had a chance to marry and have children. And all else I hoped for might have vanished beneath that deadly tree. I thought I thought beyond those things to God's design for my life, to what He was preparing me to do from an early age. I believe He was actively involved with me. It was clear He had intervened to keep me from becoming another Colorado statistic. On the way up the mountain, I was pumped to have a week free from classes and homework and regular routine. I came down a different person. I had experienced a miracle. I couldn't wait to get back in my life, to forward march into whatever future God had planned for me. All right, guys, that is it for today's story. And looks like we have a new season coming up for tomorrow, Calling All Angels. And the sliding door is coming tomorrow. So this is the last episode for season 1. And I hope you guys liked the story. If you did, smash that like button and subscribe. Trying to get the road to 2,000 subscribers, and let's have the. And remember that I said yesterday at the end, I was going to say this. Well, I'm going to do it now. Have a good prayer every night. Always believe in God, and if you do, He will always be beside you and with you no matter what. And yeah, bye everyone.